Get ready for a beautiful journey. It's Friends Day Fridays on Tea Time with Afternoon Social. We're steeping tales of fun stuff from adventure stories to tips and advice, one cup at a time. So grab your favorite tea, snuggle into your coziest nook, and join our terrific party. Good afternoon and welcome back to Tea Time with Afternoon Social. I'm Teresa Lauterbach, your host. And we have our fabulous guest from yesterday is back today. She's the owner of Jentle Coaching. Her name is Jenny Cheifetz. She's a life coach and breathwork facilitator. She lives in New Hampshire with her husband, 2 teenage children, and 2 dogs. Jenny also leads a community of sports-loving women on Facebook, and she's working on a podcast called Sideline Sisters, where she has candid conversations about everything sports. And so if you missed yesterday's episode, go back and review that. We had a great conversation about how she became a life coach and overcoming her binge eating. So she had some great advice for others. But today we're just going to get to know Jenny a little bit better and talk about all of her favorite things. We're just going to have we've titled it "Spilling the Tea," so we're going to have some tea time today and kind of get to know each other a little bit better. So, hi Jenny, how are you?
Excellent. Nice to see you, Teresa. It's going to be a fun conversation.
So, spilling the tea. So, we've talked about maybe some of your favorite movies or books, or what are some of the favorite things that you like to share when you're coaching?
Absolutely. Gosh. Oof. God. Yeah. There's so many fun things. Well, if I'm coaching, I have a lot of fun favorite books that are inspirational and also, with that message of a focus on the future, but also, looking inward at what is available, what's possible, because that's really what I want my clients to know, that it's all within you. It's not external. And, sometimes people get caught up in this notion of chasing something that's outside, this dream of something shiny that's out there outside. And so 2 of my favorite books, and as I'm thinking about it, it's really coincidental that they both have the word magic in the title. That is pure coincidence. So the first one is, a lot of people know Elizabeth Gilbert from Eat, Pray, Love. It is not Eat, Pray, Love, because that does not have the word magic in the title. It is her book called Big Magic. And it's kind of geared, well, the title might make, there might be a subtitle, or if you read the back of it, it might make people think that it's geared toward creative types. Like if you're a writer or a musician. It's not, it's really not. We all have that spark of creativity within us, because I am neither an author nor a musician,
right? But
we all have this born innate creativity. And for a lot of us, it's squashed at some point when we're young. We're told, that's no good, that finger painting is ugly. And so we stop being creative. And this book just sort of inspires the creative within us. So I really love that book, because it just reminds us that we do have creativity within us. Right. So Big Magic. And then there's another book called Into the Magic Shop. And it is written by Dr. James Doty, who is a neurosurgeon, I think. And he has this unbelievable story of encountering a magic shop when he's a young preteen, I think. And he comes from these kind of horrible, humble beginnings. And anyway, I'm not going to give the story away, but it just is so inspiring. about bringing in a little bit of woo, meditation and just a spark of, if you can kind of suspend disbelief in your life and allow in a little bit. And here's a neurosurgeon, a guy whose life is kind of grounded in science.
Right.
But if you can allow in a little bit of, really? Like I can believe in magic? Then all things are possible, because his life is a whole series of that shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have happened. But it all did. And he just has this incredible life, all because he allowed in magic. And I don't mean abracadabra, but like a little bit, like, because it was a magic shop, a real magic shop, but he allowed in magic. So those are my favorite books. My favorite movies, bringing in the sports. I'm obsessed with sports movies. I'm just obsessed with all the sports movies. So Rudy is my favorite. Rudy, my dog is named Rudy. Yep. If you haven't seen Rudy, you have to see Rudy. Yeah. Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. That's probably my second favorite.
I haven't seen that one, but
Okay. Yep. Put that on the list.
Okay.
It's another one of those based on a true story, Philadelphia Eagles. What about Miracle? Have you seen Miracle?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Okay. It's the U.S. Olympic hockey team against Russia. That's awesome.
I've
just
seen Facing the Giants.
Oh, what's Facing the Giants?
That was another. Oh man, it's so old. I think that basketball related. I'll have to look it up again, but it was a very inspirational about kind of an underdog movie.
Okay, I love all those.
Yeah,
I love all those. So if people want to like write into you about their favorite sports movies, I'm open to all the suggestions. In my Facebook group, I actually have a thread like, give me all the sports movies. I want them all. I've seen a lot of like the classics, like Hoosiers. I've seen all those. Yeah. But give me all the suggestions. So those are my top three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Those inspirational movies really help with they're kind of eye-opening sometimes, and like I said, I like the underdog ones that that they've overcome, and you don't expect them to win.
Yeah, there was like the We Are Marshall, and there was one where I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was that, oh God, people are going to kill me. It was that McFarlane USA or something. It was, I think, the track team that
sounds
I'm spacing on who the coach was. I think it was it Kevin Costner? Now I can't remember. It was somebody who went down to some like god awful town and took on a dwindling track team, a nothing track team, and built it up, and that was a good one.
Yeah.
I love them all. I love them all. Like you said, but those the Rookie, that's another good one.
I haven't seen it. Like I said,
Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
A whole lot of them, but there was one I think that was a Jamaican. Oh, they became a bobsled team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were from warmer climate, but they become bobsledders.
Yep. They're all good. They're all so good. They're like the good feel good. We would and they're usually family friendly, which is why we started watching them with our kids, and the messaging, there's always like see kids, this is why you come together, this is teamwork, and the message. Like, it's not about winning. It's,
Yeah, it's about the participating.
Yeah. And believing in something that's greater than you. And
Right. Because I actually have part of my son's, I don't know why I'm hanging on to it, but it's his old football trophy, but it's a participation trophy. So it's just about the participating and not about whether or not you win.
I mean, of course, winning is fun. Winning is great. It feels good to work towards something and come out on top. Don't get me wrong. I mean, right. I have a sports podcast that's certainly part of the conversation. I'm not going to diminish that, but there are other elements to playing the game. Yeah. Right.
Because, if you don't even participate, how are you even going to win?
Yeah, you got to show up.
You got to show up. So the participating is just as important, if not more so. If you don't get out there on the field and do something about it.
Yeah, and when you have those stars, those standout stars, they didn't become the standout stars without all these other people building them up and supporting them and allowing them to shine. So.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Michael Jordan didn't get to shoot the ball if someone didn't pass it to him.
Right. Yeah, it's all teamwork and. Yeah, that's kind of like when we were talking about your life coaching and stuff. We get on that team and have a group help us accomplish what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I was trying to think if there was any other kind of books. I interviewed an author. I've got a new book to read. She sent me a signed copy of her book called Burnt Glove Boxes, Embracing Life When It Goes Up in Flames.
Oh.
By Jenny Ramsey. And she talked, it's about Murphy, she embraces Murphy's Law because everything goes wrong.
I listened to that. I listened to that episode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've got her book, so I'm going to start reading about that, about overcoming those. What happens when things are.
Yep.
Go all wrong. But and that's part of those movies. You watch them with all the conflict going on, and you're like, well, what's going to happen? Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it?
Yep. Like National Lampoon's Vacation. If it's going to go wrong, it does.
Yep. And how are we going to overcome that?
Yep. We actually had a, in Vacation when they show up to the park and it's closed. We had that happen. We waited till the last day of a vacation to go to a museum. And then on the last day of the vacation, it turned out the museum was having a special event and it was closed. And I had to call and beg them with all my might to say, we literally flew cross country, it was in California. And I said, we flew all this way and my kid is dying. It was like a rare antique car museum or something. And I said, please, for the love of God, what can I do? They were setting up for some gala event. And I said, please, I'll do anything. You have to let us come see these cars. I'm the bozo who waited till last day of vacation to come to the museum, not thinking to check the website where it's in a banner across the top of the website, closed on such and such date. Yeah. They let us. They did let us.
Well, good.
Yep, they did. I made a donation to the museum. Yep.
Yeah. At least you got in.
They did. Yep. They were like, stay within the velvet rope and this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is such a, Clark Griswold move. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to roll with the punches when they happen.
Yeah, so she would appreciate, the author would appreciate that story.
Yeah, it sounds like part of what she's been writing about. So, well, thank you for joining me on Wednesday Fridays, and this was a great fun time to talk about just fun stuff today. And so we'll see Jenny again tomorrow for Show and Tell Saturdays, and we're going to get into all of the details of her business and what she's got going on and any upcoming projects she has. So thank you again, Jenny, for joining me today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Teresa.